Good day, everyone. I'd like to appreciate all our followers on YouTube, the REALSTAR community online. Thank you for following us. Thank you for sharing our posts. Thank you for your comment. Thank you for your contribution. Your comment, your questions has kept us moving. And today, I'll be responding to some of the questions. What will it take? What are the steps that takes to build a new Nigeria? Looking at the step to build a new Nigeria, the step forward. Now, for every nation you see, it is built by some people. That is the truth. And these people, this set of people who build this nation, basically they are not politicians. It's not political party. They are citizens of that nation that built the nation. And something is common among them. And there is a virtue, there is a characteristics that are common. It's a basic things in for building nations. Today we'll be looking at some of these things and knowing fully that our nation is not going to be built by foreigners. It is we that will build our nation. I don't know if you have heard one of these African proverbs who says it takes a couple to have a child, but it takes the entire village to raise the child. Yes, because it's the entire village that will create the enabling environment that is nice for the upbringing of the child. Today, when we're looking at it as a case study, Nigeria becomes the child, while the entire village becomes we, the citizen of Nigeria. So it will take the entire Nigerians to build this nation. It will take entire Nigerians to build this nation. Looking at it critically, we felt every nation is built by someone. And majority of us as Nigerians, we have been looking at, oh, our nation is going to be built by politicians and political parties. Of course, that is not true. Our nation is going to be built by religious organizations or tribes. That is not true. As a matter of fact, our politicians don't build nations because they come 4 years, maximum 8 years, they have gone. The people who hold the policies, who interpret, who affect the development and the building of this nation are the civil servants, the permanent secretaries, the directors of, directors. Why? Because the politician will come 4 years, they will go. Maximum 5, 8 years, second term, they will leave. But these people, the civil society, the civil servants are the people that ought to show the politician how to do things. We talk about corruption, we talk about all manner of things. If the civil servants, if they are not cooperating with this politician, this nation will be the best of all. That's why I'm looking at it. Building a stable, a nation we all desire, the step we take is first and foremost is we must understand there are values, there are virtues needed for nation builder. And here in REALSTAR Leaders Club, we have been able to put some of these virtues together, called reality. It's an acronym of the word reality. And I'll be speaking one after the other of these letters that form the reality. Begin from what? R. When you say R means righteousness. Oh, you're asking me, why righteousness? Yes, righteousness. You are asking that question because of your religious background or affiliation. When we talk about word righteousness, sometimes people feel they religialized it. They so much look at it as, oh, it's a religious language. No, let me share with you. The word righteousness means quality to be morally right. Quality of being morally what? Right. It's a quality of being honest. Quality of showing strong moral principle. That's the word righteousness. Anyone that will build a nation or be a part of nation builder must have these three things. He must have a strong moral principle. He must have what? Strong moral principle. Has the quality of being morally right, no left from right, and honest in his dealings. That is why scripture says in Proverbs 14:34, it says, righteousness exalts the nation. Now, remember, I call righteousness exalt a nation. Now, what exalt a nation is when things that are morally right are done, people look at themselves, do to others what they want to be done to them, and all of this. This is where it comes. And this same righteousness scripture says, Solomon was saying in his own wisdom, in Proverbs 29 verse 2, he said, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. Meaning, when the people who has moral standard are in the hem of affair, they know how to equip the security. When there is a crime, they know how to handle it. When the people in authority, the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked people are there, what happens? The people groan. You and I can look at our society today and ask yourself, is there any correlation between those who are in authority and as recommended by the scripture? So, knowing this, to be a part of those who will be in leadership, or who among those who are building this nation, you must first and foremost ask yourself, do I have the quality to be a part of this team that will build the new Nigeria we need? Paul says in 2 Corinthians chapter 5:21, he said, we are the righteousness of God. Recall, we said that righteousness means quality of being morally right, honest, and have strong moral principle. So then if you have the same quality of God, if you have the same moral principle of God, then you will be able to advance the kingdom as it is in heaven. Let me share this as we begin to look at that for you to be a part of those who will build this nation, the first step is to become a righteous person. And to become a righteous person, you need to yield yourself to God. You need to yield yourself to the knowledge of the will of God. Remember, no nation is above its citizen. No nation is elevated above our citizen. So a nation is as good as her citizen. So when you see a nation that is being transformed, economic stability, political stability, academic stability, it means the people who are in the citizens of that nation, they have taken it upon themselves to groom themselves, to develop this righteous capacity, develop their moral standard, have value, because it's every man's value that he used to drive the policy that is before him. Recall, building a nation is not the work of the politicians. It's not the work of political party. It's the collective work of every citizen of a nation. That is the first step we are looking at now, is being righteous. Righteousness exalts the nation. Our culture imbibes, we as Nigerians, if we imbibe this culture of righteousness, our nation will be delivered. Don't forget that righteousness, it means being morally sound, doing to others what you want them to do to you. You know, we call it the golden rules. That's the golden rule. In Mark chapter 12 verse 31, scripture says, love your neighbor as you love yourself. That means what you don't want people to do to you, don't do it to anybody. In the Quran, we have it say, do to your neighbor even though they are stranger. That is in Quran, the Nashal 436. So all of this put together, you discover that even the confusion is doing to others what we want them to do to you. The Buddhists, the Judaism, every religion you can think about. So if me, that want to be a part of this nation, to build this nation, if I am not righteous, if I don't have moral standard, it means I can compromise my position. Recall, other way, the only way we can move forward as a nation is for us to come together to understand it takes righteousness for a nation to be built. Thank you for listening today. Don't forget to like our page. Don't forget to share our video. God bless you. To be able to continue with this, you can log on to our website www.realstarleadersclub.org so that you can join the effective leaders who are under grooming to build a nation we all desire. Thank you and God bless you.
For more more information, visit our website www.realstarleadersclub.org.